Up next, we have Evan Kahilis, who's going to ask us how we missed this. Please make him welcome.
Hello. Cool. So, this past term, I did a web security course at UNSW, and we're learning various techniques in this Quokka Bank infrastructure that they had made. And in particular, we had to learn about server-side request forgery. Now, to perform it on this code to get the server to load content from itself. The first thing we notice is that it's running Python 2 code, which is sad. But what it's trying to do is stop us from using localhost using this deny list. And what we can do is try and bypass it using these particular functions down here, get host by name. Okay, so quick important tangent. Did you know that you can encode localhost as a decimal, but you can also encode it as hex or octal or binary? Maybe, I don't know, I tried these two and they didn't work for me, so we'll just leave it as is. But they also work on segmented bytes, so you can encode each different part in its own base. Okay, anyway, which one of these works? Well, I tried all of them and segmented octal works. And I thought, okay, this is a strange bug. And it got me thinking, does this work in Python 3 too? Well, no, it doesn't. And this should be a cause for alarm because hackers might try and attack us. But who cares, right? Because Python 2 is already retired. But the question we want to ask is, why did we miss this? How do we manage to miss a bug in Python 2? Well, let's go and read the docs. First, we'll go to the socket library docs. There's no nodes here for our function, which is a shame. But surely the change logs should have something, right? If there's an update, it should be there. Well, I searched for the change logs. There's nothing there. Okay, what about a Google search? Maybe the changelog search wasn't good enough. Nothing. All right. Well, if it's not documented properly, the next step is to go and read the source code. So here is the linked source. And we search for the function name, and it doesn't exist. Why? Well, because it's implemented in the C socket module. Okay, so let's go find that. Here's the result and the full file. And here's the function that we want to look at. And we'll look through some of the function calls. In particular, set IP address seems to be our main function, judging by the length. We'll skim through it. And we found the offending line. It's using scanf. But when was it removed? Let's go check the main branch. This level of C code is just too complex for me to read, and there's no documentation. And I don't understand Git or GitHub well enough to use it for a search. All I know is whether the code is there or not. Okay, I'll just use binary search. And then I found it. This is the commit that fixed this. And this is what it was replaced with. But wait. This is in 2013 in Python 3.4. And where does this go? Wait, this is a pull request. This is not the issue. I guess it's another dead end. But wait a minute. Let's use this issue number in the bug tracker. And aha, we found the original issue. They found that it was incorrectly parsing IP. And they found some bugs. And they also say that they suggest not using ad hoc parsing, which is what they were doing before. Awesome work. But they also say that they don't think this should go in 2.7 because it's more of an enhancement rather than a bug fix. So this is why it's still there. Okay, but what if we search for other bugs? Aha, we found their exact issue. This is from 2016, and it's still open. And what they say is that this still happened on macOS in Python 3. And I did, and it does because I tested it last night. And it's also OS dependent. And they also say that they have the exact same security issue. So actually, these two are equal sometimes, depending on your OS. But I guess we already knew that because it says that in the docs at the beginning. So maybe this is an issue, maybe it's not. But I hope you learned something because it's now 3 a.m. when I was writing these slides, and I've spent like the last 12 hours researching and writing a 5-minute talk about this. Yes, thank you. I'm done. Okay.
Thanks, Evan, for that. One of the things I love about bug trackers is that every now and again, the Python project decides that they need to change their bug trackers. And now there's one extra level of indirection of bug trackers for you to all click on when you're trying to search for bugs like this. So hopefully this gets easier.